If you boys need any sort of My Team grinding, make sure to hit up my boy Witty over on Twitter. He's got the fastest, most reliable, and the cheapest prices out there. You guys don't want to miss out. In this video, I'm going to be ranking every single card that has dropped in Season 5 so far in NBA 2K25 My Team. We have a tier list here ranking from S that does go all the way down to the F tier category. And as you guys can see, every single card that has dropped so far in Season number 5 is on this tier list. And I'm going to be ranking what are the best cards that dropped so far, and then I'll probably do an updated video at the end of Season 5 ranking all of the cards that we do get. I like to do these videos about halfway into the season. I'm not exactly sure weeks wise if we're exactly halfway or not, but we have got 3 releases on Friday, and usually we do get about, I think it's 5 or 6, I want to say, in each season. I think it's about 6 Friday drops, 6 weeks, so we're about halfway in to the season. And I just wanted to get you guys this tier list going over all of the cards in Season number 5. Let me know in the comment section down below what has been some of your guys' favorite cards in Season 5 that you guys have been running. But without further ado, we got about 110 cards, I think, to rank. Let's just get right into it. Shaun Livingston, the new diamond from today's Heroic 3 drop. There's so many cards to rank, so it's hard to rank the first couple because there's so many tiers and so many cards, but he's 6'7" at point guard, so I think just based off that, he can't be much lower than C tier. 6'7" point guard, 6'11" wingspan. He does have an okay jump shot, decent dribble sigs. I think because of his size, he's probably going to be in that C tier category. Talking about completely on the flip side, I mean 100 overall MJ, obviously going to be in the S tier category. One of the best cards to drop in Season 5. One of the only few 100 overalls as I'm recording this video. Easily going to be in that S tier category. Looking at the next card here is going to be Kevin Willis, and off the jump, I'm kind of thinking sort of in that C tier category as well, but I don't know. He's an 83 pointer, so he can hit a shot, which is nice. He's a good defender. 67 speed's a little bit slow, but I mean, at the center position, this card's not bad. Again, around that same tier as Shaun Livingston. Not completely awful cards, but also not cards I would recommend using from Season 5. Claxton, he's also kind of mediocre as well. I'd probably put him maybe in that C or B tier category. I think probably more towards C because he only has a 55 3-pointer. He's a really good defensive card though, 96 block, 94 interior defense, 6'11", can play power forward, but that 55 3 ball is going to be hard to green with, not going to be a consistent jump shot. So I think Claxton going to be in that C tier category. We're kind of going flip-flop. We're really only going in like 2 tiers right now, which is very weird how the tier list started off, but I think Ron Artest, Gary Payton, 2 of the best defensive cards to drop in Season 5, I do think are going to be in the S tier category. Ron Artest, I would say easily a top 3 shooting guard. Gary Payton also easily a top 3 point guard in the entire game, but I do think both those cards going to be in the S tier category. Looking at Spencer Dinwiddie, I mean, again, like he's 6'5" at point guard, who's got okay height at the point guard position, but besides that, 6'8" wingspan, very mediocre stats, jump shot only on normal timing. He did get the Devin Booker dribble style, which is nice, but I think Shaun Livingston's better, so I'm probably going to go Spencer Dinwiddie in that D tier category. I'm also going to move Claxton just because of that no 3 ball down to the D tier spot. Dark Matter Brandon Roy, the level 44 Season 5, so kind of like I guess the headlining card of Season 5 because since he's the level 40, and this card is really, really good. I mean, one of the best shooting guards in this game, a great offensive 2, 6'6" at the shooting guard position, 6'8" wingspan. They give him good defensive stats and badges. He's got 25 Hoffs, which is insane, close to as many Hall of Fame badges as a 100 overall card. And he also does have a great jump shot on very quick. He's got pretty good dribble sigs. He's a great slasher. And overall, he's easily an S tier card to drop in Season 5. Talking about Dark Matter Derrick Rose, I think this is now where we get into that kind of mediocre tier. Now I think he's probably going to be either B or A. He's a really good dark matter card in the sense of compared to like the lower tier cards we've talked about. He's only 6'3" at point guard, so a bit undersized, but he's going to be an amazing slasher, 99 speed, jump shot not great even though it's on very quick, but they did give him the Darius Garland dribble style and the Kobe escape. So I think actually Derrick Rose for Season 5 is probably going to be an A tier card. It's going to be hard to put a dark matter in B tier unless they're really, really bad. So I think I'm going to go Derrick Rose in A tier for now. Brandon Ingram, I think probably also an A tier card. Another card that was sort of the headlining card in the Heroic drop on Tuesdays. 6'10" shooting guard is insane. 7'3" wingspan. The defense is a little bit lackluster. The jump shot isn't my favorite, only on quick timing. Did get some okay dribble sigs. That height is really valuable at shooting guard. I do think I'm gonna put him in A tier, but I don't think with the jump shot and the defensive stats, I don't think I can put this card in the S tier category. Talking about Robert Parrish, another card that I don't believe has a 3-ball. I just want to quickly check that. Yeah, 43 ball. Yes, he's a good inside center, but he's also kind of slow. I think Robert Parrish is definitely on the same level as like a Claxton, maybe even worse. I think Parrish is probably worse, gonna be in that F tier category. Obviously, guys, 100 overall Shaq, gonna be an S tier. Probably the best card in this game, easily the best card to drop in Season 5. PJ Washington, very mediocre once again. I think he's a little bit more usable than maybe a Claxton or a Spencer Dinwiddie. 6'7" at power forward, 7'2" wingspan. The stats are just so mid though. Like, the stats are horrible for a diamond card. I know it's because of his hidden gems card. It's basically the same as this card, just upgraded obviously, or gems of the game, whatever it's called. So I think PJ Washington probably C tier for now, but realistically could be in D tier. Tristan Thompson, that card is awful. Maybe even an F tier, but I think for now, honestly, F tier. Tristan Thompson, this card is really, really bad. Franz Wagner, I think I can confidently say this is our first B tier card. He's just very, very mid at that shooting guard position. He is 6'10" though, 7'1" wingspan, but the stats are not great. The jump shot's also only on normal timing. They did give him the Darius Garland behind the back. I believe that's one of the best behind the backs in the game. He's got the Devin Booker dribble style, one of the best dribble styles in the game. So I think Franz Wagner's probably that in the middle tier in Season 5. I'm going to put him in that B tier category. Austin Carr, undersized shooting guard, going to put him in C tier. Diamond Tyson Chandler, guys, is seriously an A tier card alongside those Dark Matters, which is insane to say, but Tyson Chandler is really good at center and power forward, a great defender with a knockdown jump shot. Even though he's got a low 3-ball, he can still hit wide open very consistently. Rolando Blackman, I mean, I would think maybe a B tier card, you know, 6'6" shooting guard, 6'10" wingspan. The stats are just very mediocre, but compared to the cards in C, I think he's going to be in that B tier category. I do think Derek Harper is going to be in that C tier category. 6'4" point guard, 6'7" wingspan, a good defender on the perimeter, but only a 32 block, 75 driving dunk, not a great jump shot. Like, he literally has a big man release, but I do think he's going to be in that C tier category. Mark Aguirre's not bad. I'm probably going to put him in that B tier category. LaFonso Ellis, not bad as well. Probably going to put him in C tier. Galaxy Lauri Markkanen. Now, this is where we get to a tough decision. Do we go Lauri Markkanen in A tier or S? He's a 7-foot small forward, quick jump shot. He's a little bit slow without the dynamic duo of Kobe White, but I think for now, probably going to be in that A tier category. Talking about Fat Lever, whatever you want to call his name, probably C tier. Not that great of a card. I think I might move some of these cards down. Like, I think PJ Washington can go down. I think Kevin Willis can go down. Derek Harper can probably go down as well. Maybe even an Austin Carr. I think we got to be a little bit more harsh with these diamond cards. Danielle Marshall, also not very good. Gonna put him in D tier. Amethyst Victor, just because of his size, probably in C tier. Now, you can't upgrade this card to a diamond card, but I mean, it's nowhere near the pink diamond or the Galaxy Opal version. Only 25 speed. Does have a 71 3-ball, so at least he can hit a wide open shot. And he is a 7'4" center with an 8-foot wingspan. So I think because of that, you still have to give him some sort of, you know, respect in that C tier category. Talking about Billy Owens, he's a 6'9" shooting guard. So again, a card that I think's got good height at the shooting guard position. Probably going to throw him in that B tier category. Horace Grant, not bad, but really not that great of a power forward. Going to throw him in C tier. Tim Hardaway, undersized point guard, only 6 foot. I just don't think he can be higher than the D tier category. Bradley Beal, now I think this is an interesting one, probably in B tier, and I think now I'm thinking about it more, probably going to move a lot of these cards down to C tier because there's a lot of great cards that did drop in Season 5 so far, and I think these cards are definitely worse than a Bradley Beal and a Franz Wagner. John Collins, also not great as well. I mean, a good lob threat, but not too big of a fan of John Collins. Vernon Maxwell, he's also really bad. He's also, like, these diamond cards, guys, any diamond card from Season 5 is realistically not that great. I mean, Franz is okay, but yeah, these cards are just not great at the diamond tier because of the gems of the game, or whatever they're called, hidden gems. 6'4" shooting guard, 6'7" wingspan, not very good defender, 70 driving dunk, not a good jump shot, no good dribble sigs. I mean, this card is horrible. Gonna put him in that D tier category. D'Angelo Russell, again, sort of in that mid tier. Maybe you could move Franz Wagner down because this spot's going to be kind of for more of like the mid Galaxy Opals, like a D'Angelo Russell, Bradley Beal. Not great cards to drop from their set, but also not bad at the Galaxy Opal tier. Next card here is going to be Dark Matter Joel, easily going to be an S tier, one of the best cards to drop in Season 5. Really good big man, great jump shot, great defender. And yeah, I think easily going to be in that S tier category. Clark Kellogg, again, another diamond card, not very good. Derek Fisher, the same thing, going to be in D tier. Spencer Hayward, actually not that bad. One of the best cards to drop on these Heroic Tuesdays, whatever they're called. 6'8" power forward, 7'1" wingspan. Besides him being undersized, he's actually a pretty good card. He's got great dribble sigs, like the Garland escape is good. He's got the Garland behind the back. Devin Booker base is good for his jump shot. Decent stats and badges as well. I think if he was a little bit taller or maybe could play small forward, could be in a higher tier like A, but I think definitely for his tier, gonna be in that B tier category. J.R. Smith, I think he's A tier. I think he's probably better than a Derrick Rose just because of his size and his jump shot being a little bit better, but both those cards I don't think are going to be in the S tier category. Talking about Emmanuel quickly, undersized point guard. Again, that diamond card, they're just not that great this year in Season 5. Channing Frye is okay. I'd probably put him in C tier. I do think he's an alright budget option. Looking at him on 2KDB here, 7 foot, can play power forward, 7'2" wingspan. I mean, not a great defender, but at least he can shoot the ball. Compared to a lot of cards in D tier, like Claxton, who can't shoot. You know, Kevin Willis doesn't have a great jump shot. Undersized cards galore. I think Channing Frye probably gets in that C tier category. Anthony Simons, not horrible, probably going to put him in C tier. Nicholas Batum is really, really good. I think Batum could be argued in A tier. He's actually a very good budget card that did drop, I think it was last week on Tuesday, so he's actually pretty good. Gonna throw him in that B tier category. Looking at Jamal Wilkes, probably C tier. Not a great card. I don't even know who this is. Michael Tomlinson. Yeah, gonna also be in D tier as well. Actually, he might be F, honestly. Does he have a jump shot? Like, does he have a 3 ball? Let me quickly see. 53 ball. Not a great defender. 6'10", power forward. Not a great jump shot. No dribble sigs. Honestly, I'm gonna put him in that F tier category, and there probably should be some more cards that are going in that F tier. Thurl Bailey, really, really good. I think he's maybe a step below a Tyson Chandler at the diamond tier. Both those cards were really good from the radioactive set, but I don't think he's on the same tier as like a Brandon Ingram, a Lauri Markkanen at that small forward position. I think Lauri probably can also be an S tier alongside Chet. We're gonna go Chet in the S tier category, of course. But yeah, I think Lauri Markkanen deserves to be an S. He's better than those cards in the A tier category. Chet, of course, going to be an S, one of the best power forwards in this game. Him and Joel Embiid kind of around that same ranking, both elite at that power forward position, and can play center pretty well as good. Can play center really good as well. Now, Kobe White without the dynamic duo, probably B tier. I don't know if he's better than like a Bradley. He might be better than a Bradley Beal. Honestly, Kobe White's going to go in A. I think he's better than Bradley Beal and better than D'Angelo Russell. Is he as good as J.R. Smith and Derrick Rose? Probably not, but I don't think he's that far off. I think he's going to go in that low A tier category. Taco Fall, sort of like Wemby, just going to be here for his height in the C tier category because he's 7'5" at center with an 8'2" wingspan, but he's got no speed and no jump shot. So I think he's going to be in C tier. Bryant Reeves, another just very mediocre card. Does he have a jump shot? I don't think he does, right? Bryant Reeves, I mean 69.3, I guess he can hit with that. Not a great defender, 69 speed. Okay, jump shot, I guess. Yeah, I guess we'll go Bryant Reeves in that maybe C tier category. At least he can hit a wide open 3. Michael Cooper, really good. I think he's a solid B tier option. Really good for a budget card in season number 5. LaMelo Ball, obviously going to be S tier. Most of the dark matters are going to be at least A and S, but LaMelo Ball is a top tier point guard. Really good jump shot. Could have used better dribble sigs. That's probably the biggest flaw with LaMelo Ball, but a very good offensive point guard. And I do think is going to be in that S tier category. Rod Strickland, not very good. Going to put him probably in that C tier category. Danny Green is elite. He's definitely on the same tier as Kobe White. One of the best 3-and-D cards in this game for his price tag. He's got a 97-3, 97 perimeter, 97 steal, a good enough jump shot, Devin Booker dribble style. He's amazing at that shooting guard position. Looking at Bob Dandridge, he's okay. Probably going to throw him in C tier. Quentin Grimes, 6'4" shooting guard, just undersized. Can't really put him much higher than D tier. Rudy Fernandez, probably the worst card to ever drop in my team history. I have to talk about this card. He is god awful. 6'6" at the 2, 6'7" wingspan, no defense, literally no defense. Can't play a single lick of defense. They gave him no jump shot. The default swing is like the base jump shot. He's got one of the worst jump shots in this game. He's got no dribble sigs. I mean, for how good Rudy Fernandez used to be in my teams, like he used to have some really, really good budget beast cards in past my teams, and they literally did him so dirty. He's going to be in that F tier category. I think RJ Barrett's probably A. I think he's better than Batum at shooting guard. I think he's better than Michael Cooper. I think he's also better than Bradley Beal in the radioactive set. A good shooting guard, has an okay jump shot, good slasher, and a very solid defender. Michael Ray Richardson, I think, is a good budget point guard. I'd probably throw him in that B tier category. Joe Ingles is also solid, probably throw him in B tier as well. He's tall, can shoot the ball, and is a very decent defender. Kelly Oubre Jr., probably C tier, he's okay. Daniel Gafford, he's okay as well, probably in C tier. Isaiah Thomas, F tier, really, really bad card. Probably going to also put like Tim Hardaway in F. Some of these just undersized point guards like Emmanuel Quickley, also going to be in that F tier category. Yeah, they're just undersized at the point guard position. Jalen Green, he's a dark matter. I think he's going to be an A. I know tier doesn't mean everything, and there's some Galaxy Opal point guards that are a lot better than, for example, a Jalen Green. If we look in the S tier category, you know, Lauri Markkanen's better. I think RJ Barrett's probably a better card. I think even Tyson Chandler is a better card than Jalen Green, but he's still, you know, a really good slasher, 98 driving dunk, 98 vertical. The defense is pretty mediocre. The height is not great at only 6'4". The jump shot's not great either. The dribble sigs are okay. So I think he's still an A tier card. I think he's probably around that same level as like a J.R. Smith and a Derrick Rose. Rudy Gay, easily S tier, one of the best cards to drop in season 5. He's one of my favorite cards to use in game. Really good jump shot, great slasher, just the all-around perfect small forward. Bob McAdoo, probably also going to make it into that S tier category. I know he was free, but he is still really good for being free. Good jump shot, really good defensive card. His stats literally look like a dark matter. I think he's going to be in that S tier category. Justin Edwards, not bad. He's probably C tier though. He's not a bad amethyst card though. Julius Randle, I think him and D'Lo have to be in the same tier. Their dynamic duo makes him a little bit better, but I think for both these cards base are going to be in that B tier category. OG Anunoby is A. I think he's that same level of shooting guard as RJ Barrett. He's a really good on-ball defender, a good slasher. I'm just not the biggest fan personally of his jump shot. Aaron Wiggins, again, kind of on that same tier as Justin Edwards. There's maybe a lot of cards I can drop into like the D tier category, like Rod Strickland's not great, Fat Lever's not great. I'm trying to just get some of these cards down because I want to kind of have the tier list more balanced. Keldon Johnson, not that great, gonna put him in the C tier category. Kyle Korver, one of the best cards to drop in season 5. He's one of the best shooting guards in this game. Just to let you guys know, any card in the A or S tier category are seriously elite. Some of the best cards at their position and for their price tag. Kyle Korver, he's got a great jump shot. They gave him good defense. He's got a great player model in game. Rui Hachimura, not bad. I think he's probably B tier. He's definitely at the lower end of B tier, but I think he's solid for the pink diamond tier. Arvydas Sabonis, he's really slow, but I still think he's probably B tier. We'll take a look at him here on 2KDB. Yes, he's very slow, 50 speed, 59 agility, but he's still got a good jump shot on normal timing. He's still a pretty good interior defender, a good rebounder. He's 7'3", 7'7" wingspan. I think he's going to be in that B tier category. Jalen Tyson, again, another just similar card to these three amethysts. Not going to be that great, but also not that bad. Talking about Doug Christie, I would say easily B tier. He's just a solid shooting guard, probably on that same range as like a Joe Ingles. Gilbert Arenas, I think is actually very underrated. He's a really good offensive point guard. I like his jump shot, and I think he's not that bad of a defensive card. But I think Gilbert Arenas easily going to be in that A tier category. David Wesley, I don't even know what this card is. Who is David Wesley? Let me take a look at this card quickly here. 6'1" point guard, 6'3" wingspan, barely any defense, 55 driving dunk. Dwayne Wade jump shot, where is he? Because he's going in the F tier category. Where did I put him? David Wesley, he's going in F tier. That card is absolutely horrible. Tony Allen, actually really good. I know he's undersized at shooting guard, but he is a really good defender. I talked about him in my, who's worth it heroic video if you guys did watch that. 6'4" shooting guard, 6'9" wingspan, really good defensive card. Actually doesn't have that bad of a jump shot. I mean, it's not great, but it's also not bad. And yeah, he's got some okay dribble sigs. Like he's got the Darius Garland behind the back, the Harden escape, which is pretty good. He's got good movement. He's a really good defender. You just got to play like a taller point guard next to him. Either a taller point guard or a taller small forward. But I think Tony Allen still going to be in that A tier category. Vlade Divac, he might be S tier, man. I know I'm putting a lot of cards in S, but I think I'll probably put him in A tier for now. Bob McAdoo, I like a little bit more at the power forward position. Obviously Chet, obviously Joel Embiid, but he is really good at power forward. He's definitely the best card in A tier at the power forward position. Next card is going to be Ron Holland. Again, just kind of these mediocre amethysts. Going to put in that C tier category. Sean Kemp, really good small forward. I think he's probably S. He's really good dunker, a great slasher, got a good jump shot, and is a very solid defender because he's a dark matter. Chris Mullin, he's solid. Is he A though? I think he's probably A tier. I think him and Tony Allen are probably on that same level. DeMar DeRozan, another A tier card. I think the 3 dark matters from the Tuesday drops are probably all in that A tier category. DeMar DeRozan could have used a better jump shot and maybe some better dribble sigs, but he's still a good offensive shooting guard. Gonna put him in that A tier category. Austin Reeves, I think he's actually S, man. He is so good at point guard. I think he's better than a Derrick Rose, better than a Jalen Green. Got a great jump shot, one of the best on-ball scoring point guards in this game to drop in season 5. I think he's going to be in that S tier category. Keon Ellis, again, not bad at point guard, just going to be kind of in that C tier category range. Steve Francis, probably also C tier as well. A good rim running point guard, but definitely could have used a better jump shot for sure. Sadiq Bey, actually, I'm going to go Steve Francis in B tier, by the way. I think he's not that bad at the point guard position. Nice voice crack, Evan. But Sadiq Bey going to be in C tier. Derek Coleman also going to be in C tier as well. Mikal Bridges, not bad. I think he's B tier. I think he's a good two-way shooting guard, plays good defense, and does have a solid jump shot. Vucevic, very similar card to Vlade Divac, and I think both these cards are going to be in A tier. They're really good power forwards that you might not expect, but Vucevic has got a really good jump shot, high 3-ball, and really good Hall of Fame shooting badges. Jalen Green, I think is good, but not great. He's probably also in that B tier category alongside Mikal Bridges. Lamar Odom, he might be not the first dark matter to not be an S, but I think he's going to be an A tier. He's a dark matter, but he's very mid. He's tall though. 6'10" at small forward is nice to have, but I think Lauri Markkanen personally is better at the small forward position. Rudy Gobert, again, he's kind of like Vlade Divac. He's kind of like Vucevic range, where I think you could potentially put these cards in S because Gobert is a very good defensive center, a very good rebounder, one of the best player models of wingspans in this game, being 7'1". But I don't know if I could put him in S tier. I think he's going to be an A. DeLon Wright, I think he could probably go in B. I think he's actually a very good defensive point guard in this game. Drazen Petrovic, he might be S, man. Him and Kyle Korver, I think are both at that range. Drazen Petrovic, one of the best jump shots in this game. Jared Culver base, Oscar upper, on very quick. Gave him a really good jump shot, 99.3, 99 mid-range. Gave him good defensive stats and badges. Gonna put him in the S tier category. Talking about Max Christie, again, just alongside these amethysts here from the unlimited set. GG Jackson's actually a really good amethyst card. I think he's better than all of these cards in the C tier category. Gonna put him in B tier. Rob Dillingham, undersized point guard, but is fun to use in game and is actually not that bad. Zion Williamson, this card is really bad at power forward. He's only 6'6". Gonna put him in that D tier category. Tyrese Maxey, another undersized point guard. Gonna put him in the F tier category. Osa, not bad. He's just sort of mediocre. Gonna put him in C tier. Jamal Crawford, a fun, good offensive point guard, but I don't know if I can put him much higher than the B tier category. Quinton Post, again, also gonna be in that C tier category. Goga, also gonna be in C tier as well. Vando, also gonna be in C tier as well. David West, I would say is probably B. He's actually a good all-around small forward. Very underrated at the small forward position. Wesley Person is also B tier. I think he's a great budget option at the shooting guard position. Jalen Duran can't shoot the 3-ball. Gonna put him in D tier. Jonathan Bender, one of the best cards that recently just dropped, and I do think he's actually going to be an S tier. A 7-foot small forward with one of the fastest jump shots in this game. Insane to have. He's so good on defense because of his height. Matt Barnes is B tier. A really good budget option, kind of on that same range as Wesley Person. Asar Thompson, the exact same thing. All three of these cards at the pink diamond tier are all very good for their price tag. Topic, again, also going to be in C tier. Kamara, I think he's actually B. He's really good defensively at the shooting guard position. And then the final card is going to be Miles McBride, who we can probably throw in that F tier category. But guys, this is me ranking every single card to drop so far in season number 5. I know it was a longer video, but I hope you guys did enjoy. I'll scroll through the tier list here in a second so you guys can see all the cards I do have ranked. You guys can pause the video whenever you guys would like to see each tier. Let me know what you guys think about my rankings in the comment section down below. There's a lot of cards to rank, so you know, maybe there's a couple cards down here, like maybe if you wanted to put Brian Reeves in D tier, okay, fair enough, right? Like maybe you wanted to put a Channing Frye or a Wemby or a Taco in D tier. That's fair enough, right? Like I'm not putting too much stock into these lower tier cards because they're obviously not very good. Every card from like B tier and up are all solid options at their position, but I'm mainly looking to buy as many cards as you guys can in the A and the S tier category. Those are obviously going to be the best cards to drop in season number 5. I'll do this again at the end of the season to get you guys an updated ranking when we have those 6 more promo drops coming up. But hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.